What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. I'm Arran. This is Chris.
What's happening?
And welcome back to the Vibe Lounge.
Yes.
So, this is the second one of this year.
Aye.
And
happy second podcast year.
Happy second podcast for about the 7th episode.
Yep.
Right. So, we'll just go right into it.
Yep.
I have got a couple of games I've been playing because I've set myself a challenge this year. This is going to sound super geeky.
Super geeky.
Super geeky. I've set myself a challenge. I want to platinum 20 games this year.
Right. Explain to people.
So what this means is, in games, pretty much every game that you buy, there'll be a list of achievements, i.e., or trophies, as in on PlayStation,
Okay.
right? So you might buy COD. It's got X, Y, and Z trophies, right? When you get them all, so they're in difficulty. So bronze will be easier ones. Silver will be obviously medium, and then gold really hard. Once you have every trophy, you get a platinum trophy.
Okay.
Okay? So if you look on your dashboard on the fucking PlayStation or the Xbox, you'll be able to see your friends, right? You can click on them and compare. So you could see, I could say you had a console, I could see how many platinums you've got, how many platinums I've got, how many golds, how many for everything. Then I could see what individual games you've done it on, what ones you've got and what ones I've got, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it works. It's just like an achievement system out with the game on the actual PlayStation.
I just didn't know how PlayStation had it, because I know how Xbox has it, and I know we've got it as well.
Xbox is exactly the same. Yeah, Steam's exactly the same. So all three are exactly the same, and they tend to also be the same trophies or achievements
it's
or
the same name,
whatever.
Yeah, so
way. They tend they tend to be the same challenge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So the achievements and the trophies will be the exact same challenge, for a gold or whatever. So I want to platinum. Now, just to let you know, platinum is fairly difficult. It's not like you'll play the game for a couple of weeks and you've got it. It's I've got games sitting there that I've been playing for about 4 years and I'm still not got it. So I want to do 20 this year. I was going to try and do 24, but I don't actually have 24 that I want to do. If it goes up to 24, that's ideal. That's 2 a month. It's a fair amount of dedication to do.
So how many games do you try to do, sorry?
20.
20 games this year?
20 this year.
Right, okay.
So I am... And I've to be fair, there's a few that I'm sort of already 70% and stuff from previous times, but I just want to achieve 20. So not from starting bare bones. Some of them are, but some of them aren't. So it's a bit of a mix. Now, one of the games I've been playing, so this is the first two I'm doing right now. One of the games I've been playing, Helldivers.
Oh yeah. Right,
Helldivers 2. So this is on console or whatever. Now, basically, set the scene. Halo-like, so space, sci-fi in the future. Basically, the script is you're a soldier of such, and you're on spaceships. So it's and you can travel about the galaxy to different systems where there'll be different planets where there's different sort of battles going on. Blah 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 blah. Right. So there's 3 enemy races currently that you fight. So one's bugs, which I can't remember what the actual name of them is, some alien name. But the basis is bugs. So this is you'll have multiple different types of enemies, all bugs. What are you laughing at? Look at this guy. What is he laughing at?
I know so much.
What are you laughing at?
Because I heard the sing.
You heard the sing?
I heard the water drop from the tap. And I was bloop. And
I thought it was the toilet.
And I was stay calm. And I just...
Sweating.
Fucking
Sweating.
Mate, I'm roasting. Right, anyway.
Yeah.
It was bloop.
Died inside. I could see him from my side eye. I was like, there's the Joker over here. I was like, why does he smile so big?
I was just dying, bro. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
So, yeah, go back to where we're at. So, bugs, varied enemies, right? So, from small to large, some of them are fucking humongous. You are in a team of 4. Sometimes there's less. Are you alright? Sometimes there's less, right? So, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4. It just depends who joins, COD or whatever. So, different weapons, different shit, blah, 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 usual. Right, any shooter, usual shit. You get put down. Some planets will be different. So some's like a swamp, some's like a desert, some's whatever, right? Normally with bugs, it's hotter. So it tends to be like swamps, forests, and fucking like sand deserts and shit like
I
that.
watched you play that
Yeah.
last time you were here.
Yeah.
You had your PlayStation over, and it looked very like futuristic and like
It's just
like another planet.
constant fighting. So like bugs, so recently I play quite a lot with our pal Jordan. Recently it was like bugs. So bugs is like hard because so each faction, each enemy has all got their own difficulty, right? In the sense of bugs is hard just through sheer volume. So bugs is scary because you're like in the forest, it's pretty dark, and literally it's like a nightmare. Like there is like thousands of them, like coming out of the ground, like out a wee hole in the ground, and it is just like once one sees you, like it's like you're just like, oh fuck,
They're
like,
coming out.
and it is fucking hundreds of them, and you're like this shit, like, and you're just like like Ken just shooting, and your ammo is depleting, and there doesn't seem to be any less bugs. Like that is what happens, right? So I flamethrower, obviously that's just my protocol. Yeah, I burn the forest down. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm fucking trees are on fire and everything. I'm not giving a fuck. I'm killing teammates, everything. I'm not giving a fuck. I'm not going down.
Yeah. No, fuck
So basically, that's your first one. So I've been playing loads of it, right? So I'm like 92%. So I've got like 2 trophies to go to platinum this game, right? So because I've been playing it since, and I had literally 0 about a day before New Year. So I've absolutely been smoking it. So bugs are good. Bugs are good fun, but horrendously overwhelming. Like you can throw down what's called a stratagem. So it's like a grenade, and it'll set like a laser into the sky, and basically like your space station can shoot down at it. So like bombs, nukes, whatever, right? So like the explosive, like in this game when you're playing it, it's just the explosives are just everywhere. Buildings are getting wiped out, trees, it takes whole sides of forest down, like the earth is like cratered and everything. Like it's quite cool. Like, so that's one enemy. You've got automatons, I think they're called, which are basically Terminators out of the film. Like they're literally
they're the
like
enemy, you mean?
yeah,
Right.
like robots. So they like come after you. And the new ones, the Illuminate, they're called, and they're like a mix. So some of them are like zombies, big swarms, massive. The other ones are like full-on aliens, guns, jetpacks. They fly after you, shoot. So they're quite difficult because you got a big swarm of zombies and a couple of fly-ins. Difficult.
Okay.
So different strategy, different weapon combos in that are for different ones. So like flamethrower, useless against robots. Useless.
Metal.
Useless. So like you get, maybe choose something different for robot. I tend to choose like a big heavy machine gun for robot, and then I would be like flamethrowers for bugs, for example. And then I'm still working on the Illuminate, Jordan and I, that you're sort of better with like laser weapons as such, like, so it just depends. But that's what I'm saying. So there's a bit of variety in there. Illuminate, you tend to go to cities, so the big futuristic cities like New York's, like, but in the future, and you're like blue buildings down and all that. Whereas bugs, you tend to be like a forest.
Yeah.
Robots, robots is honestly, it's like the Nazis. Robots is like mad because it's like a big stronghold, and it's got the big red flags with the automaton badge on it, and you're like, Christ, it's like Nazi Germany, like
1940s.
mate, it is yeah. And basically, they like, so your whole objective in the game, the story is, you're from Super Earth, it's called, right? And basically, I feel it's slightly racist. Basically, every other race that isn't a human is bad.
So you're basically Hitler.
Literally, right? So the story, and it nearly plays on the fun factor of being like, everyone else is not good.
Right. Okay.
And you're just attacking other races.
You just have to.
For absolutely no reason.
Right. Okay.
Like, you're attacking their planet. They're not attacking your planet. You're attacking their planet.
So you're causing mass genocide.
That is what the game bases itself off.
Right. Okay.
And it's quite funny. Like, you get big mech suits and everything. Like, I was playing it last night with Jordan, and I'm like, there's like bugs, thousands of them, mate. And I'm a big mech suit, big fucking minigun and that, missiles. I'm blasting, and you're cutting through like hundreds.
Right. Okay.
Hundreds at a time. Like, it's class. And it's just, and then it's good. It's like your guy, you obviously get different armor, blah 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 blah, different weapons, but your armor retains. So like, if you fought bugs, you'll finish the mission like your cape's all ripped, your armor's covered in like kind of like green blood and all that sort of stuff. Like you can injure a leg, so like it's bleeding, so you have like red blood on like your leg, shit like that. Like it's quite smart. And then if you fight like robots, you tend to find it's all black because oil.
Okay, yeah.
And then like, do you know what I'm saying? So it's quite smart. Like
whoever you're fighting, basically.
Yeah, and then the Illuminate's blue, like blue blood because they're like aliens, and then your own blood's red. So it's like a big combo of like it's over your helmet and everything, like it's everywhere. Because
so you come out looking like a clown,
mate. And the good thing is it doesn't go away; it stays,
right?
And you go back into the game in the next mission.
So can you repair your armor?
Yeah, so you can. It doesn't need repaired, but if you change it and change it back, it'll refresh.
Okay.
But if you die in the game, you'll come back and your armor's all clean.
Okay.
But do you know what I mean? So like if so like you're pure battle hardened.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? If you've gone through a couple of missions and not died, like your armor's trash. Like my cape's like man length, but like can I play a couple of games? My cape's like I dished it all at the back. Like like mate, it's torn to bits, like ruined. And
a tea towel around your neck.
Mate. So like it's quite good. Like you get obviously a lot of different stuff, like and you kinda like there's different types of missions, defense and all sorts of shit. So you get big Gatling guns and all that, and like anti-tank, and you can go to. So you'll get dropped on a map. There'll be a primary mission of like raise the flag or steal the plans, like whatever. But there's secondary missions. So there'll be like a SAM site, for like shooting aircraft, and there'll be like an artillery gun at somewhere over in the map, but you've got to try and figure the map out. There can be radar stations. If you take the radar station over, your map opens up a bit and you can see a bit more shit.
Yeah.
So then you've got to go about, you collect collectibles in that each time you come out, use it to upgrade shit. And then you've got like a SAM site, for example, you take it over, because you do all the wee computer part and you've got to protect it while you're doing it. It's fucking getting attacked. Once you've done that, when they try and get a drop ship and they drop more aliens, SAM site blooters it out of the sky. So that makes the game then easier for you. So like the artillery one's great because if you do the artillery, you load these massive shells into it. Like you're walking around with these shells, put them in. You can choose what ones, like napalm, whatever. If you're then in the city and you're like, fuck, I'm getting hammered here, you can throw a napalm. You can throw basically like a grenade with a light.
A beacon.
Beacon, and the artillery will shoot.
You're right.
From like, it'll be like 10, it'll be like 9 seconds, 9, 8, 7, and the artillery will shoot, and it just lands and wipes like 70 enemies out. Like, so it's quite smart. Like, it's cool, but you have to. So it's quite good when you land in. You decide where you land on the map, and you might go right. There's a SAM site there, and there's artillery. So we'll take that first to make it then easier for us to move our way in and pincer in to then do the actual objective. Because now because mate, I tell you, see if you don't do any of that, and most of them have got like a drone or whatever that will signal flare out to more aliens or whatever, right? You got a couple of them coming in, and then a couple of guys coming in, and a couple of big guys, because they've all got big units as well that are like massive. You got to like wipe them out with like bazookas and everything, right? If you've got a load of them coming in and you've got millions of units on the ground, like it doesn't matter how many guns you've got, like it's just not going to happen. Like you will get overwhelmed and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So you've got to like tactically think as well. Like Jordan's really good at map reading. He's very, very like.
Yeah. I mean, I watched you two play before.
It's arcadey to a degree.
What I was going to say is that it does look like it's. You get to a point where you're like, fuck, like what do I do? Like, because it's like you're surrounded. Like anywhere you go, there's enemies.
Bro.
And you're like, what's happening here?
So I run a jetpack.
Right.
It's like a jump pack. It's not a jetpack. It's a jump pack. So you can do it and you'll jump miles in the sky and you'll land, right? Maybe like 100 meters down a bit. That's what I land because I wear heavier armor, so I'm slower. But I run the jetpack so that I'm like quicker. So I might have a big machine gun, I'm blasting, but if I'm going to get overwhelmed, I'm just away.
Yeah.
And then I can get away from folk. I'll throw like a nuke down or whatever, and then it'll come down and blow half of them up, and I'm running. Like, so it gets me away. Whereas Jordan tends to go light. So he goes really light. He's really fast.
Agile.
Like, if you're running together, he will outpace me for miles.
Yeah.
And he will outrun me, and his stamina is much better, and he's quicker. But he gets hit a couple of times, he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, they'll blow his leg off. Like,
you've got a good combo.
Got to weigh it up, yeah. Between us,
so because you do one thing and he's got the other.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But like, it's good fun. It's genuinely good fun. And then the other game I've been playing, so I've tried platinum that. I'm 92% for that, so I should have that. I was reckoning in about a week's time at most, because it's really just play a certain amount of like games or something like can play a certain amount of operations or something like that, right? It's one of them, and the other one's like upgrade my ship full or something like that, which is like obviously they're both just time based. They're both just play the game based.
Yeah.
All the other challenging ones are all done. The second one I'm doing is a game called No Man's Sky.
I heard about this.
Good game, right? So Jordan and I both bought it. You can play the entire campaign co-op. Full open world. Basically no loading screens whatsoever. So if you look it up, it's I don't know what computer engine it uses or whatever, but basically it randomizes the entire galaxy.
Okay.
Okay? It says online it would take you 512 billion years in real time to visit every single planet because it's real sized.
Okay, right.
So you've got to jump from galaxy to galaxy and it is like endless.
That reminds me of Minecraft, because in Minecraft,
It's like
the
endless,
map is endless. It goes on and on.
Forever.
It's just generated randomly.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
happens is when you've reached, so basically when you spawn in the game, you've reached like a certain distance between you and where it's been rendered to so far.
It'll just go like
It'll
that.
just start-
Yeah.
If you push out through that boundary, it will generate more land. So as you push, it generates.
So
more shit.
that's basically what happens in this. So you start and say you're in space, right? You've got a fighter like a spaceship, right? There'll be space stations here and there. There'll be other races flying about, doing their own thing, whatever. Space pirates, fucking everything, right? Meteors, everything, right? Big asteroid fields, all that shit. So you can do your ship however you want. You can build it out of whatever you want. You can pick materials up. You can put things together. Jordan's is fucking minted. You can build a base, a house, whatever you want on any planet you want, out of whatever material you want.
What's this called?
No Man's Sky. So it's like,
Wait, watch the trailer because I'm quite into it.
yeah, man. Let's watch the trailer. Watch the trailer if you want.
Okay.
So
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. So basically, I'll just give you quick before we play the trailer. You mine minerals, materials, carbon, oxygen, things like that from different things. Planets are different, so you could go to one planet roasting. Could be 120 degrees. Gets firestorms. Gets like really bad desert storms.
Okay.
Terrible, like it's actually overheats. So your suit doesn't survive in it. You go on next planet along might be ice. Next planet along might be 99% water.
Okay.
Next planet, and obviously your spacesuit can go underwater, but every planet's different. So Jordan and I have investigated a significant amount of galaxies now, and we found a planet that was quite Earth-like, right? So it's got a lot of land, trees, water, tons.
Okay.
Quite realistic, I would say. We've built our bases literally across from each other. Mine's on a wee island, and his is on the mainland.
Neighbours.
Literally, he built my one because I've called it Castle Dracula because it's a fucking castle. His looks like the Avengers mansion. It's fucking massive. Right. So I can now park my ship there. He parks his ship. So we've got shit inside it. So we've got like a teleporter and all that. You can go to all different places.
You just do creative.
Nah, full creative. So
whatever you
it's near like Minecraft.
Right.
Combined with like Sims. Combined with like something. So there's no loading screens. You can just fly off planet.
You've just named two of my favourite games.
Yeah, so you can just
I'm
fly.
already
You can just fly straight off planet.
Right.
No load. You fly out the atmosphere. It'll heat up if you're going too fast.
Right.
Then you can fly through space. So Jordan can see me flying off the Earth, like off the world. But you can fly round the world.
Is there like a wee mini-map telling you how to get back home though? Like, do you know how to get back home
Roughly.
to your base? All right. So it's like Minecraft when you're like roughly know the direction to get back.
Roughly, but
to my base.
you could figure it out, but it takes time, and right. Jordan's now got what's called a freighter, which is massive. So we park our ships on the freighter,
right?
And because he killed some guy and took it, and now we fly the freighter between galaxies. That's what we do. So to get places, because it costs fuel to fly.
Okay.
So you've then got to make fuel, which it's not as easy as it sounds.
Right.
And you'll mine all that stuff, and we've now got guns and all that. You can make your guy look however you want.
Okay.
Like, that's all customizable.
But there's no currency in there at all?
No, there is.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Currency for buying ships and stuff and guns.
that's what I just said. Do you have to pay for shit?
Oh, for like currency as in like game currency, but not...
No, like, do you have to like pay for stuff, like to build your house with or whatever?
In terms of, if you're building your house, it would be like...
Do you need to have...
You would need like carbon. And you would need like...
Or do you just find stuff and mine it?
You mine it. Yeah. No, you mine it.
Right,
so
okay.
you can buy it at the big intergalactic fucking
Trade
thing.
center.
If you're like, fuck, I really need titanium,
right,
and I need a lot of it,
right,
and you're like, okay, I found a couple of titanium deposits like underground because you can dig as deep as you want.
Yeah.
You can just keep going.
Yeah.
Forever.
Right.
And until you hit the center of the planet.
Yeah.
So it'll obviously get hotter, right? But you can keep digging, and then you can go, fuck me, like I can't find any more of this. I'll just go to the Intergalactic Trade Center and you can trade. So like they might have loads of titanium and the rates go up and down like the pure stock market.
Okay, right.
So you can then be like, oh, titanium's quite cheap today. I'm going to buy fucking 300 units of titanium. Go back, I'm going to make the walls for titanium. Bang, 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 make the walls.
Okay.
Jordan's quite
good.
creative. He can make loads of things like really
Is
cool.
it cross play?
Yes, it is. My whole base is solar powered
Okay.
because the planet's quite sunny. And what's weird is our planet is Earth, but it's like millions of years ago, so we got dinosaurs on it.
That's cool.
So you also have a wee goggle thing,
Right.
in which you have to interactively scan everything.
Right.
Minerals, plants, trees, animals, everything. Every planet. You have to scan shit. You get money for scanning shit. And it allows you to understand what things are, what they're made up of. So like it might be a certain tree, you're like, that's got oxygen in it. I can just mash that and then I'll take the stuff.
Yeah.
But like there's radioactive planets, there's planets that are dying. So they're like you can only go on them for so long and it would kill you and stuff like that. So like and there's loads of missions. So like millions of side missions, nearly unlimited and masses of main missions. But the main mission is to get to the center of the universe.
Let's watch this quickly.
Watch the trailer.
I want to see this.
It's cool as fuck. We'll pop this up on the screen for you guys.
Yeah. We'll put it on screen.
So
Is this the goggles?
I'll do a slight narration. Nah. So this is a planet he's on. This is the caves. So obviously you can run it in different frame rates and stuff like that. I assume your computer will run pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's like cartoon-like, but also realistic-like at the same time. It's quite weird.
It's like Fortnite. It's good
Mate,
it's good
that
as
is
Fortnite.
kind of like the vibe it is, but slightly more realistic than that. So there's like an animal. It's been mega updated over the last couple of years. Mega. So that's like obviously quite a creative planet. Look at that. So you could scan all that shit. Some animals are fine, some are dangerous. So it just depends.
Dinosaurs.
That's a dinosaur planet, obviously. I get them pure outside my castle and that. Walking about, like ones like that. So there you scan that. There's palm trees on this one. You get a ship. You can fly openly and wherever you want to go.
Okay. That's his ship, right?
Yeah, that's his one, yeah. There's other ships.
Okay.
You can fight them if you want. You can shoot them down if you want to. Do whatever you
Is
want.
that a massive like deathmatch fest like GTA Online?
Nah.
So people don't attack you.
They won't bother you. Nah, they won't bother you.
That was one.
Because this is a weird thing. So Jordan can add me to his game, but other random online players will not be in our game.
I get you.
But there will be millions of. Look, he's just going to fly off planet. His ship's quite slow, I will say.
Oh wow.
So he's straight into space. There's a freighter. And there's another planet. You just fly straight to that, see what's happening. But you get quite a lot of minerals from meteors.
Okay.
You can get gold and stuff. There's someone just came out of warp speed. A full fucking army just came out of warp speed. That's what I'm saying. It's badass. So me and Jordan fly like that through the sky and that, and just fucking start attacking guns and that. It's badass, mate. That's why I'm trying to platinum that this year.
I want to see him go on that planet.
Yeah, so watch, he'll fly down on this. Solid F Prime, whatever. Obviously it's heating up a wee bit because you can be third person or first person as well. You can do either.
Okay.
Just whatever you feel.
I prefer third.
I prefer third flying, but I actually prefer first for
like walking about.
Walking about, yeah. So there's some more desert-like planet.
That looks very cool.
Very cool, bro. It's fucking awesome. You can put different weapons on your ship. You can do whatever you want. Jordan buys ships off random people in space stations. He goes up to them and goes, how much do you want?
Right, okay.
And they go like, I want 7 million. He goes, no problem, buys it. And then you own their ship, then he crushes it and scraps it.
So how do you build like a base?
Same way. So you look at what you need and you just go cool, and then you go into creative mode and you just go boop, 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 like Sims.
That's amazing.
So he's built me like a staircase right up the top.
Let me just quickly test on.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, you can do it in VR.
You can, yeah.
That's cool.
I've not got VR, but I would like to.
Cross-platform.
Cross-platform.
Perfect. So I feel like I might buy this later.
Honestly, anyone that wants to play this with us, just let us know, because you can have as many as you want on it. It's badass. We got it cheap as well. It was on the PlayStation Store for cheap.
How much is it on PlayStation?
I think we got it for like, it was in a deal. It was like 12 quid or something I got on a deal for. But it was on a percentage off deal.
I can get it on PC. So do you know what's funny, right? And also, for those of you who don't know about this website, it's called CD Keys. Right, I'm going to put a link on the video. Because right now, No Man's Sky, and you can confirm this right now.
This will be good.
What's that say there?
£49. So basically 50 quid.
50 pounds.
£49.99.
Right? On Steam, right?
Right.
On CD Keys.
£12.69.
You're getting a 68% discount on CD
good.
Keys. And it's legit, I've bought countless
Yeah,
games on
he
that.
has bought loads. They just give you the code basically.
Literally, and you just redeem code
Yeah.
in your platform, and there you go.
By the way, the game is fan-fucking-tastic.
Well, I'm going to buy it later.
It's very
I'll have a
creative and just... So, like, all the achievements in it are, like, how far you've travelled, walking.
Yeah.
Like, so how far you've walked, right? I've got, like, a dirt buggy thing that I go across planets with and that.
Mm-hmm.
How far you've, like... How much you've discovered, how much of a language you've discovered. Because basically, each time you learn a language or you learn words of another language, when you then talk to anyone of that faction of, like, alien, when it goes like blah, 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 and it will give you the word that you've learned.
Okay.
So the more of the language you learn, it starts to open up what they're saying to you, and you can then figure out, like,
You're
this
saying
guy's
more
actually
and
trying to give me a deal here. Blah, blah, blah. Good. You get a jetpack to fly a boat if you need to travel.
Okay.
Call your ship.
Well, it's ticking all the boxes for me because open world
Creative.
is multiplayer,
Very
it's
good.
creative,
Yeah,
which
man.
is what I like. I like building shit. So I feel like this is going to be my next 2 weeks of fucking no life.
Bro, so my plan is to try and... I'm trying to platinum Helldivers as soon as possible because I want to put all my time in No Man's Sky.
Right, okay.
To try and... I think I'll do Helldivers. Me and Jordan think I'll be able to do it in the next couple of days.
Okay.
And then I want to put all my time into No Man's Sky because it's so fun.
Well, I'll be joining you.
Put it this way, me and Jordan bought on the same day. I played 16 hours, he's played 58 hours of it.
How does he do that and also play Call of Duty all the time and also play Helldivers all the time and also have a full-time job?
Mate, he's played so many hours of it, but he is, like, it's useful because we can still play the same mission. So, like, we're still in the same task, but he's, like, bajillionaire, and you can pass stuff between each other. So, like, if he got all these circuit boards that were worth, like, literally worth, like, 7 million each. So he was like, here, I've got some of these for you. Like, I've got them out of some StarCraft. I was like, oh, cool. So he comes up to me, he gives me like 60 of them. And he's like, right, go and sell these just now. I've got like 190 million in my credits. So I'm like, shit's only worth like, I'm buying like titanium or flux cables and all that shit. It's like, it's like 1,100 for one. I'm like, I'll just have 100. Just by buying them because I've got that much money, because he's fucking fed me out, because he's like in the ship buying and trading business now.
Yeah.
And you can do all that shit if you want to do it. It's up to you. And then there's big online hubs, they upgrading different things. You can do what you want to do. You can make minerals into better minerals. You can put carbon into something to make it condensed, and that gives you something else, and you can use that to make something else. I've got loads of gold. You can do shit with that. Like, you can do anything you want.
I'm going to buy it later.
Badass, mate.
I'm going to buy that later.
Mate, honestly, we've spoke so much about games, so it's like, but it's class. But you've got some stuff.
I have got some shit.
Let me,
so,
yeah.
I've got a dilemma.
Go, okay.
I've got another dilemma
Okay.
that we got in, right? Obviously, we've started every podcast with a dilemma so far.
Yeah.
So I thought we'll switch it up. We'll talk
I like
about
to do
something
games
else to
first.
start
That
off
was nice.
with, and then we'll jump on a dilemma, right? So it's just one,
Okay.
and I'm going to read you it just now, okay?
Yeah.
So I don't think I want to be with my husband anymore, right? So I'm a 21-year-old female, and my husband's 23,
Okay.
right? We've been together for over 6 years, but married for 1.
Okay.
Right? We had a baby over a year and a half ago. I've been feeling just out of touch with our relationship. I don't want to be around him much or do anything sexually, but every once in a while. But I do love him so much. When I was pregnant, he cheated on me, and I feel that I have some resentment left from that. Well, more than some, a lot. I can't seem to get over it, and I think it's made me distance myself from him. It just feels like we've been in a roommate phase ever since I got pregnant, and it's never ending. It feels almost forced to be together, And I honestly feel like the best thing for us is to end it, so we're not running in circles and having the same arguments and saying things will change when they never do. We've both agreed that we feel the same way on the roommate feeling, and that we're running in circles. It's just like neither of us will end it with the other. Maybe because we've been together for so long, it's the new normal. I just don't know if it's the right thing to do for us or just for me. I don't know how to go about ending things if it does come to that. I moved across cities to be with him, and I have nothing here. I can't just go back home because I have an amazing job here, and I would like us to have an agreement with co-parenting our child as well. What do I do?
See with these,
progressively fucking.
See with these, that's what I was going to say. So this is what it's like, right? You wake up in the middle of the night, you're going to the toilet, and you're staying in a log cabin, and you walk along, and this is what the stairs look like. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So you fell down the first, and fall down all the stairs, right? But you've actually then bumped off the wall, fell down the next set. Yeah. That's what it's like. So it's like each time she's speaking, it's like, and then you're like doing all this, and you're going right round the whole way. That's what it's like. It's like, instead of just falling down one set, it's like, but what we'll do is we'll just fall down the rest.
Because there was about 4 things that I've already picked up in the first few sentences that I was like.
So my thing is, right, and I'll just make this brief before I get on a tangent. Right? Okay. So at 21, I feel you're quite young.
Yeah, 100%.
Not to say that you're not mentally mature enough, but what I would say is you're both pretty young, so marriage was a big commitment to be doing that so early.
Married for a year, so they would have married at 20 and 22 respectively.
Yeah, and if I put myself back to when I was 20, I was a clown.
Absolute clown shoes.
Yeah, clown. So I feel that was an early moment to be doing that, and then to obviously have that, I take it from me, I had a child young, but that's also another strain there as well. It's a big thing I know you'd been together 6 years, but 6 years from then is from 15 till, so I'm already this is early for you guys.
Yeah.
I feel you should be slightly older than that.
Yeah.
Just so that you are more understanding of what's going on.
And they've been together for 6 years, so they were together since they were
15.
So,
and 17.
Anyway, so...
Right.
Anyway, just move from that.
Right. So I just feel that it's an early... So obviously it's difficult to finish things with people, but I would also say that you have took on an incredibly large amount of responsibility over the course of about 2 years.
Yeah.
Which I feel will put pressure on anyone, and
also just she moved cities for him as well.
Yeah. That's another thing.
I feel like what this was a very strong event. No, but it also feels like it was a very strong, almost like a infatuation, massive infatuation.
Yeah. Oh my God, love him. He's
we're
class.
so young, and you don't really understand what it is yet. You don't.
Agree.
It's like your first love. You're like, I'm gonna die for this. Fucking
yeah.
Right. We've all been there.
But you're not when you do leave that and then move to something else. Tend to find that you're Jesus, I was way too deep into that too quickly.
Well, I think what happened with the roommate phase though is that maybe because he's cheated on her while she was pregnant with their child.
Put a lot of insecurity in her probably.
That, but it maybe also is just maybe awkward as fuck now because it's the whole...
The infatuation will be dead now.
It will be because the whole... It's not sacred anymore because it's been tainted because...
Exactly.
It's been tainted because somebody else has been now... the guys went with somebody else.
Good words, so that's bang on.
Absolutely tainted now. The whole...
Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it. You used that word. You were like this. Good, I went good words. You went. Let me use that again.
It's just not special anymore. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and she'll not find it special now.
Neither of them will. Because they'll be like, well, it's tainted.
Aye. So he now she's then going to be like, the guy I was absolutely obsessed with
Yeah.
is just done that, so now he doesn't feel special at all to
Yeah.
me. And then realizes she came to like it's like she's woken up from the Matrix and been like, oh fuck, like I'm married to this guy, I moved full cities, and we've got a kid, and I'm 21. Shit.
Now what the fuck do you do?
Like, what do you do?
That's a lot.
100%. That's a lot for anyone.
To be fair, like 2021, you're still a kid at that point. You're still.
I was.
You're like
I was basically a kid when I had my daughter. I was like,
Yeah.
I was 21. I was like, it feels young. It does. Well, actually, I was 20. That's 22. 22? Yeah, 'cause she'll be 7. No, I was 21. 21 for 1 month when she was born.
Right.
And I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I was a kid having a kid.
I remember you back then.
It's different, mate.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot off you, eh? So like just to do that in general is a lot, but then to be like getting married and it's a lot, and living together and new cities and jobs and whatever, like it's a lot of shit. So I would advise.
See things they should end it. Which
So I would advise, if you feel that way, that's absolutely fine, and you should action that accordingly in regards to being like, look, I don't feel this is where I want to be anymore. How do we? I think the best thing to do is to go our separate ways and see how we're going to do there. Following that, if you're both sensible enough, you can make a plan of sorts to through custody of the child, which, by the way, there's no problem with. Thirdly, she's obviously like, oh, I'm worried I've moved cities. I understand that. You're happy with your job, and if that's what you want to do, then that's fine. You buy a place, you've obviously got a decent job you're happy with, you get yourself a place, rent a place, and you just get yourself on your feet on your own, so that you know that you can have your wee one X amount of days, and everything starts going smoothly that way, and then you just take it from there.
yeah,
Put yourself in that standpoint, then take it from there.
definitely agree with that.
That's what I would say.
Just make it as civil as possible, really. I mean, you have been together for that long. You can certainly.
And there's no need to be silly.
You can certainly be friends after that. Like
Absolutely.
If it's went to a roommate stage now, then you can just be fine. You know, just be friends, and you'll be fine. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's put yourself in that standpoint first. Get yourself a place. Yes, it is in a city where you've maybe not got as many friends, but you can get out there and try and socialise it. You can make friends anywhere. You can, do you know what I mean? You've got your little one. You sort that custody agreement, and you call it there, and that's what you do. That will put you in a better standpoint to then progress to wherever you're going to go from there. You've got the job, you've done that, so just work on it. And that's fine. And I understand it's a difficult conversation, but it becomes more difficult the longer you don't do it. So just have it, and then just be like, right, I've had it. It is what it is.
Just go up to him and look. It's been tainted.
Tainted love.
That's basically what that song is about right now.
It is.
Yeah.
But yes,
So play that song in the background when you're telling them this shit.
That was an easy one for me.
Yeah.
Easy one. So I've got something for you to watch.
Yeah, go for it.
I've been doing a lot of watching this, mate. Watching gaming, just tons. So this originally was an anime of sorts called One Piece. Okay, so it was in Japanese, and there is also a English version that was out for years, like on, I can't remember what TV channel it was on. So there's like over 1,000 episodes of it in cartoon form.
Okay.
So they've made a live action one on Netflix. So the first season's out now. So obviously I watched some of the anime one, and now I've watched the live action.
Yeah.
Live action was really good. So it's called One Piece. I've actually recommended a few people that might watch this, and everyone that I've recommended to has watched it has been like, that's fucking class. So basically, to give you so obviously with anime stuff and that, it's a wee bit exaggerated in terms of like the warriors and stuff in it, and fighters and all that shit are like incredibly fucking powerful. Like Dragon Ball Z, like these guys are literally blue, like they're kicking each other through planets and that because they're so powerful.
I'm just going to confess something to you real quick.
You've never watched it?
There you go.
wasn't going to be a confession. Everyone knew.
Yeah, we all knew.
You've
I never
watched
watched
fuck
enough.
all.
Yeah,
You've
I'm
watched
too busy playing
fuck
games.
all.
Bro.
No, you aren't.
Yes, I am.
You aren't.
I'm too busy playing games and running my other YouTube channel.
Just watch some shit. No, he just sits and watches like Power, raising
actually don't.
raising Canaan consistently.
I don't because I've watched it all. It's boring now.
And he watches it 14 times. So, Sons of Anarchy, I know he's watched it before and he's watching it again.
Not right now, but I was recently. I've just been YouTube recently.
So,
Anyway,
basically, they're all overpowered.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Very exaggerated, the fighting and all that shit. Like, they're knocking each other through buildings and that, right?
I've seen scenes of anime, but yeah.
So, the live action is similar in live action form.
Right.
Give you a rough, very brief, you need to watch it, but I'll give you a very brief example. So it's all about pirates. Basically, there's Gold Roger, I think his name is. He is the king of the pirates. Okay? So he gets, at this first scene, is he's getting executed because he's been caught by the Marines. That's what they call them. It's
What's he
basically,
doing?
well, he's a pirate.
All right, yeah.
So the Marines are basically like the police of the seas, okay? They've caught him and he's getting executed. And there's obviously pirates in the crowd, big crowd, pirates in the crowd, and they're like, where's your treasure? And he's like, whoever finds my treasure will become king of the pirates because it's called the One Piece, okay?
Yeah.
So if all the pirates are fucking bit, he's like, anyone who finds that will take to the seas, blah, blah. He's like, blah, this and that. So everyone's like, oh my God, fucking running to do it, right? So they've all done it. So like, there's pirates everywhere now, right? And they're all wanted on wanted posters and all that, and they're all mental, right? All mental types of pirates, all sorts of different ones, right? So there's a young laddie called Luffy. He wears a wee straw hat, right?
That's how you like that.
So yeah, it's cool as fuck. So he ate what's called a devil fruit.
Okay.
So there's lots of devil fruits, okay? Devil fruit, whatever fruit it is, gives the power specifically to the person. Like they're like sacred fruits from all these, right? So he eats the gum fruit, I think it's called, and it basically makes him like all elastic. So he's like body's made of rubber.
Like what's her name in Incredibles?
Yeah, like Mrs. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So he's like rubber. So like if they shoot like a flintlock bullet at him, it just like whoop, and pings out, right?
Yeah.
And he can stretch and shit like that, right?
Stretch Armstrong.
Problem with the devil fruit is, for him, he now can't swim. So if he goes in water, he sinks.
Okay.
Bit inconvenient when you're a pirate.
Very inconvenient, to say the least.
So, to say the least. So he becomes a pirate and he's like, I want to find a crew. He's very optimistic. This is just his whole thing. Super positive, super optimistic, not worried about anything. Right?
Sounds like us on a daily basis.
So, goes out and he meets... so his crew starts to build up in the live action. I'll fast forward it slightly. Crew starts to build up because he breaks into a marine base to try and get a map, big treasure map to what's called the Grand Line, which is the equator, which is where all the big pirates are, because that's where all the treasure is, right? So no one's found Gold Roger's treasure. No one, because whoever finds it becomes king of the pirates. So he's like, I'm going to find it.
Okay.
A young lad, he's probably like 17. So he meets a guy called Zorro or something his name is. I can't remember his full title, but it's basically Zorro.
Okay.
He's got like green hair. So that's what I'm saying. Like they've all got mad like hairstyles and all that, right?
Yeah.
So he's got like green hair and he carries 3 samurai swords and he's a pirate hunter and he's like a feared warrior.
Okay.
Right? So he meets him, they team up. He meets this other girl. Oh, I can never remember her name. She's got orange hair.
Okay.
She's a thief.
Kim Possible.
Literally looks like it. She's a thief. They all become like one crew. So they go out. And then he meets another guy who's like a chef. But he's like a really good fighter.
Okay.
So he's got blonde hair and he wears a suit. So that's what I'm saying. So the team started to build up, right? And basically he's going after the One Piece. But there's like all sorts of like people. Like there's like shark guys that are fucking a crew. Like, and he's like looks like a hammerhead shark and all that.
Okay.
Like, and there's all sorts of different enemies and weird shit going on, but they're traveling and there's all these adventures where he's trying to find things and try to find maps and try to find this and that and this. And but when he fights, he's fucking solid.
Right,
So
okay.
like the Marine commander, he's called Axe Hand, as you can imagine. he has a giant axe blade for a hand.
Yeah.
And he's super tough.
Right.
So then he's fucking fighting another guy. Like he's fighting Luffy at one point, and Luffy fights him, and he like throws his hand out, and it like stretches back and pure smashes him and beats him. Right. Anyway, then there's another guy that like Zoro fights, who's got a sword. The sword's width is about that thick.
Right.
And the length, obviously big, massive, but it's like this thick. So he
Yeah.
pulls this massive sword out, and then they start fighting, and blah blah. And he's like the best swordsman, and Zoro's like, I'm trying to be the world's best swordsman, so I need to defeat you in a battle. Blah blah. So it's all this shit, right? But it's actually class. Like everyone I've put onto it, who maybe doesn't watch anime whatsoever, has watched it, and it must be just enough to be like, this is class.
That's basically me.
It's enough. It's enough to introduce you to that whole sort of world, but not be too much where you're like, oh my god, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's enough to be like, damn, this is quite funny and good. Like, there's sea monsters and shit in it, and it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's funny because like pirates, and he's super optimistic, so he's funny as fuck, and like comedy, and like it's funny. Like it's good laugh in that, and he's like, so I would give it a go if you've not watched it. It's fucking really good. There's 8 episodes or something.
Oh, is that it?
8 episodes.
All right.
First season. Sound. Watch it, see what you feel.
Okay.
Watch like 2 episodes. You'll not, but it's fine. Just watch like 2 episodes.
I'll try. I'll put it on my to-do list.
2 to 3 episodes. every episode is like, I'll do it.
My to-do list is like this, so I'm just adding stuff to the bottom.
Mr. 2025, what, get stuff done? The to-do list is getting larger.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I recommend it. It's called One Piece. It's on Netflix. Try it and see how you feel about it.
Okay. I've got to tell you something as well. If you've got,
Jesus Christ.
if we've got some time,
We have time.
we've got some time. I've got a couple of stories. So we had a dilemma, right?
Right.
But we haven't had any interesting stories recently.
Okay.
So I've consulted Reddit once again, and
love
we
Reddit.
we all know how Reddit went last time when we looked up some diabolical shit on there. So as you can tell, Reddit clearly delivered. Okay, so
Go on.
this is called "I Lost My Virginity to Water." You can only imagine.
I actually don't know what I'm imagining, and I'm ready for you to pinpoint where I'm going with this.
Okay, so this is a female. This is a lassie, right in this, right?
Oh, okay, that's not what I expected, but let's go on.
Right. So, a few years back, I went on a camping trip with my family, like we do every year. And every year I bring a friend. We decided to go boating that day. My friend and I wanted to go tubing. And my granny was not holding back. She flung us off the tube so fast that I did like 7 cartwheels over the water. And the water shot up my ass at 90 miles per hour, and I screamed, "My ass!" Right? and my family just laughed when I got to the boat, and I had to pull my swim bottoms to the side because I couldn't stop violently shitting myself. I hurt so bad. My butthole and my sides were... What? My butthole and my sides were cleaned out by dirty lake water. Oh, insides were cleaned out by dirty lake water. We had to end the boating trip earlier because I couldn't stop crying because of the pain. When I go back to the camper, I was screaming and crying while shitting myself on the toilet, and my asshole was bleeding because of how hard the water shot up there. I would... So, right.
That just got massively worse as you read.
That sounds painful as fuck, if this is indeed true.
I didn't know where you were going to go with that story at all.
I didn't know where she was going with it.
And that was not where I
I didn't
thought.
read this before, I just read the title.
That was not where I thought you were going.
So
with it.
I was reading this. This is the first time you're reading this out loud.
That wasn't where I thought that was going to go.
Fucking hell. But yeah, so let's go.
Like wow, like
What do you
that
even say
fucking
to that?
threw me out a wee bit. I'll be
What,
honest,
so-
I was like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah,
that threw me off a wee bit. I'll be honest, I've never been tubing or that.
neither have I. I wonder how.
I'm not sure if I want to go
Not
now.
after that, anyway.
I feel it might not be something I want to do
I
now.
wouldn't want to lose my anal virginity to water or to anything really.
To water, she did 7 cartwheels.
She must have gone flying. Did she get clearance from the tower before she fucking took off?
I know, fuck me, that's fucking mental.
I know. I've got another one.
Go on.
I was an adopted child at birth, and recently found out that my wife of 8 years is actually my first cousin. Now what? They've got kids in that as well.
So,
They got 2 kids.
2
They've
kids.
got 2 kids, married for 8 years, just found out they're first cousins. You don't even know what to say right now, you need to...
We'd have to
Like,
end
what?
it.
Huh?
We'd have to cut it. Right off the bat. As soon as I found out about this, number one, how has she just found out? How have they just found that out?
I mean, people
Number
do these
2.
fucking family tree things.
Aye, how are you in my family tree? Number 2,
Get out of here.
cut it. Aye, cut it. Right off the bat. I couldn't, no danger.
The thing is, though, not like anybody knows, bar used to. And he's been married for 8 years, he's done things, he's got kids.
No. Can he? Can he do it? I can he? You're telling
can
me
tell by
based
my
off your
expression.
you're telling me that it's fine for you. But it's,
I'd obviously be like, huh, look at that. What do you think of that? What do you make
what do you think of that? There's nothing you can do about it.
What do you make of that? It's fucked up, but she's just kind of...
Nah, first cousin. No danger, mate. It's my ma's sister's kid.
Yeah, but you were adopted, so you don't really know. Biologically, yes, but
Nah.
whatever this is, whatever I'm doing here.
That's like being like, oh, like, I was out on a night out and like, or like a guy was like, right, I was out on a night out and I've got a 15-year-old and the guy's 19, right, and she's just had a fake ID, and then being like, but the good thing is no one knows, so I'll just keep doing it.
That's a completely different
So
thing.
the good thing is I'll just keep doing it.
No.
No, but the no one knows part.
No, you're comparing an illegal situation, a pedophile illegal situation.
That may as well be illegal.
Well, it's not.
They're about as close as like brother and sister nearly.
No, come on, it's not that close.
First cousins, my brother, that's like nearly bang on.
Aye,
They'll
but-
look similar.
Right, but no, they will not. Well, maybe, I don't know. But the thing is like, they didn't know that, right? And he was obviously adopted at birth, so,
Let me change it slightly.
right?
So this is you in the position,
for
right?
fuck's sake, I knew
This
this
is you in the
was
position. Turns out it's your sister.
I don't have a sister.
Nah, it turns out it's your sister. This is you in this position. What are you doing?
Aye, sister's fucking different.
What are you doing?
Well, I need to tell mum.
Like,
Mum,
what are you
what the
doing?
fuck?
What are you doing if that happened?
You need counselling for that shit. You need,
What are you doing?
You can't,
Are
you
you just
can't.
cutting it right off?
well, you need to. Well, depends, right?
You're the only one that
Listen,
knows.
listen,
You and her are the only
listen.
one that knows.
There's kids. You need to think of the children.
No, in fact, you're the only one that knows. She doesn't.
Cut the camera. 'Cause I'm about to tell you something that the people are not going to like.
Aye, it's fine.
So you're the only one that knows.
So this is the situation. 8 years of marriage. You're with a girl. You like love her to bits. 2 kids, family. You got a house. Blah.
How do I find out?
You have been in hospital because you weren't well. Sometimes they do a thing where they pass it to your gene, like if it's a gene thing. So it passes, and they say, well, another person that meets in your family tree is this person here, and you look at it and you go, in your head you're like, that's my wife, but on here it says it's your sister.
I'll just be like,
You then go away home.
all right.
You do one of these family trees at night when everyone's sleeping. You do one of the family trees, and it comes up that she is your sister, full on biological, full sister. You didn't know,
How the fuck can I not know though?
and you're the only one
Is it because I'm adopted?
because
Is
you're
that why
adopted, my brother.
So
No, but like you were adopted into our family, so you didn't ken.
So we both got sent for adoption in that case. 'cause
Split at birth, yeah. You've both been split at birth, and you have then
Oh my
re-met.
god! Imagine we're twins.
So it can be twins, whatever you want, right?
Right.
But you're the only one that knows. You've
Yeah.
looked, you've been like, right, oh fuck, right? But no one else knows what you did.
Why are you doing this to me?
Answer the question.
Nah,
The viewers want to know.
You couldn't do that. You couldn't continue.
Why are you just telling them what they want to hear?
Because off camera, I'm like, by the way, I was capping. Keep it going.
No cap.
Nah, this needs addressed.
Would you wake her up and tell her?
Yeah. I mean, listen, we need to fucking talk. Like, get up. I mean, look at all this information I've just found. Look at all this, right?
What if she's like, let's just keep it going?
I'll be like, are you insane? Are you awake right now? Because I feel like I've woke you up. Like, are you all right? You'd have to go and address this in some sort of way because you've got kids and shit as well, right? So like,
Alright, so this is the next thing. So how do you?
on. But then wait, so how the fuck did it not come up at marriage when you got married? Surely that shit would come up when you're married, when you're getting married.
Nah, not really. You don't do a family tree when you get married.
No, I'm not saying family tree, but different names. and shit.
Yeah, different names. You wouldn't know.
That's mad. I bet you that's happened to someone before.
1,000% offhand. But what are you telling the kids? It's difficult.
Which fuck?
I'm just racking the brain off you.
It's fucked.
Because how do you tell the kids? Like,
Kids.
oh, sorry, we're just going to have to kill it. Like, we just have to kill the whole thing.
Kids, you'll understand when you're older. No, actually, you won't understand when you're older.
You won't understand. It makes
Ever.
no sense.
It makes no sense, but we're getting split up and you'll never see me again.
Yeah, that's a hard one, eh?
I don't know.
When you think about it.
Let us know what you would do.
Yeah, that's
In
a
the comments.
serious one. Yeah, let us know what you would do out of that situation I just gave him.
Let us know what you would do because
And you're the only one that knows. Would you wake them up and tell them, what are you doing? Because I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd pack my shit in the middle of the night and go. And no one would catch me. I'll be in America before she wakes up.
nah, you have to give a reason.
I'd run. I'd run.
I'd ban on your kids and everything.
I'd run. I'd be on the other side of the planet. I'd be in Mexico or something. And I'd have a wee shop in Mexico. A wee cafe. I sell sombreros. I promise you, that's and I would grow out facial hair. I would grow out like a full beard. So they would never even know. Grow my hair long. I would dye it black.
Change your name and shit.
Dye it black, yeah. They would never, and they would be like, they would need it would be like Jason Bourne. They would need to catch me. Like they'd be like this. You Arran? I'd be like this. Never heard him. And they'd be like, because this is the FBI. I'd be like this.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I'd be like, no comprende, man.
No comparing, my friend.
Not anglais, man. but honestly, that's why I'd have to run. I couldn't have no danger. You would just hear in the middle of the night, and with the car out in the street, I'd be away.
I wonder if
I've got 10 hours to get away before they wake up.
I wonder if like
They think I'm away to work actually.
what would you do if I wonder how it would go if you just didn't say anything and just kept it going.
Terribly.
No one would know.
Other than you. Mm-hmm. But what? Okay, so let me hit you with it. This is just the other option. Mm-hmm. Let's just say you did that. Terrible. Let's just say you did that, and she goes, you're lying in bed. She comes in for a kiss and that, and you now know that information.
Yeah, okay, no, that's fucked up.
And you're like, whoa, are you daft? She's like, what are you talking about? And you're like this. You're like, what is that? Bang! And knock her. And then you're doing the same thing I've just said.
You bounce it because she's knocked out.
Because she's knocked out. And you run.
What do you do with the kids though?
Run.
Just leave them.
Look in the door, kind of like that. Like you just see the door, and they're sleeping, and you're just like this. And then you just...
Goodbye, motherfucker.
and you're gone.
Right.
Can you do that, bro? That's nearly like to the level where you're like, I'm gonna have to start a whole new family.
Well, it's basically incest.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start a whole new family. On the other side of the world. Find me in Alaska.
That's mental.
It's like The Simpsons. Find me in Alaska.
It must be mental. Like some people actually probably do it without this situation in the background.
So the probability,
just do it anyway.
The probability is like 8 billion people in the world. The probability of that happening, I reckon there will be probably a considerable amount of people that's happened to.
That's mad.
Like the probability of being split, living your life, growing up, not knowing about each other, and then re-meeting, I reckon it's actually not as high as you think. Like, as not as like low as you think. I reckon the variables are like there's a possible chance of that happening, and it's like a percentage, like.
I mean, you hear
like,
these stories a lot about
kind of
people.
Like 2% chance.
Yeah, you hear these stories about people a lot, like bumping at each other.
Yeah.
They didn't know they were fucking even related.
Yeah.
So many
It
times
does
you hear
happen.
about it.
It does happen.
Like,
So
they don't-
imagine, why would it not make sense that you could then get together and get married and go on? Do you know what I mean? Like, why would it not make sense that you both got adopted by families in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and then you both happen to be in a coffee shop 20 years later, and in a coffee shop in the middle of town because one of you happens to be going to work and one of you happens to be, and then you happen to drop your muffin and then the other one picks it up and then you get chatting and then
Literally, it's
and
as
then
simple as that.
10 years down the line you're in that's the life you're in, and then you happen to find out about the.
I think you would have to say something though. You couldn't just boost. You'd have to make the other person aware.
I would nuke the whole street. I'm gone, mate, and I'll be in it.
Just an airstrike.
Just
Everyone's dead.
bro, promise, I don't even know how to initiate that conversation.
So I found this, and I just want to show you this.
I just play this. So
Funny story.
I put on the song, "We Are Family," and then just that'd be it. That'd be it. I don't know how I would progress.
Well, let us know in the comments what you guys would do.
I'm interested to see what people actually come back with.
Let us know what you would do, and
I've gone for the option you shouldn't go for.
yeah,
They'll change your name, Jason Bourne.
yeah, literally. Some people would probably pick that because they're
Lots
like,
of people
"Nah,
would.
Fuck dealing with that situation."
Lots of people would, because no matter what, if you tell her, it'll get out.
Yeah,
Because people will be like, God, they split up, that's weird. Someone will find out.
she'll tell the best
And
friend.
let me
'cause
tell
she
you, my
can
man.
Trust her and all
Let
that.
me tell you, my man, by that point, the whole of Los Angeles knows that's where you're at. Like, that's like, and they're like, that's the guy that was with his sister for 10 years, 2 kids. Ugh! Like, that's where it's going to be at.
Literally.
And you're never going to get away from that.
No.
Like, you're going to put your CVs at new jobs and all that, and then someone in the office spies you and, like, they're like, that's the guy that was with his sister. Like, you're never getting away from that.
Nah, listen, moving countries, changing name, everything, Jason Bourne.
Telling you.
Well, let us know what you guys would do, and while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe. And,
Ring the wee bell.
Yeah, definitely. And also, yeah, if you've got any needing advice on...
Or funny stories, actually. Go and give us your funniest true story, but doesn't sound true.
Yeah, I like
Like,
that.
what'd you call that? Yeah, your most untrue sounding true story.
Yeah, definitely.
I would like some mental ones.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for watching today.
Yep.
Really appreciate you. And yeah, tune in on the next one, and we'll see you then.
Peace
Take
out.
care. Bye-bye.